Hello, children, and welcome back to the Evil Popcorn Podcast. I am the Baron, and I welcome you to our little chat. We're doing a bit of a Binge and Purge episode where Mr. Popcorn and I are going to chat about what we've been watching over the recent little while, just while as a sort of a filler episode while we're waiting for everyone's schedules to line up. Anybody out there that's ever recorded a podcast or played a D&D game will know the pain of setting up the schedule, misunderstanding chat messages and that sort of thing. But we are still here to bring some joy or some darkness or some light or some TV or whatever it is that you like to your face hole, whether they're your ear holes or your eye holes with your ear holes. I'm rambling.
You are, but that's okay.
Welcome.
I liked it.
Welcome, Mr. Popcorn.
Hello. Yes, Baron. And what we're doing next week when we have more of a fuller schedule into those acolytes of the schedule, why not? All good happens. Definitely want to do it next week because it was the Baron's great idea. We're going to do the top 3 with honorable mentions of genre mashups, but horror being the principal placeholder there. So horror meets comedy, horror meets sci-fi, horror meets whatever you'll find out. Yes, and we're going to have more of a fuller roster, and it's going to be a bigger, more fun conversation. So we will happily wait. And we often talk about what we watch, so we thought we might make it official. Came up with the name Binge and Purge. Let us know what you think at the comments below or at Evil Popcorn Pod. Follow us up, like us up, etc. You know what to do there, children. And hello to the new children who have joined us in the cinema of evil. We'll come up with a better name for that. So all good. That's what we're doing next week, and that's what we're doing tonight. Our first official Binge and Purge episode, Baron. I like it.
Yeah. So yes, it's not going to be a long one. We're just going to chat about what we've been watching recently, just to give you some recommendations as to what you can watch to keep up with us, and what we think is good and what we think you should consume.
And another chance to cover new stuff. We can't give official episodes like we do on the breakdown. We can talk a bit more in depth on these episodes as well. Yeah, which is good. So I've got my Instagram up, which is where how I keep tabs initially of what I'm watching. I just throw up the movie poster or TV show, poster. Yeah. That is that's at Popcorn of Evil. If you want to follow me there, all one word, lowercase, that Instagram. Do you have an Instagram follow, or how do you keep tabs of what you've watched there, Baron? Let's start that.
I mainly do this. Like I generally keep. How do I keep tabs on it? I have like playlist stuff that I've so I know where I'm up to with various things.
Do you have an app or anything like that? You'd like to Flex or Plex?
Plex Media Library. And normally I will flick through my various streaming services and it will tell me what I've watched recently. So I probably should have a centralized reservoir of the stuff I've watched. Because I mean, a streaming service could go out of favor with me and I don't revisit it, and then I don't know that I've been watching this particular thing. So yeah, it's not a bad idea to have a central repository. I might start doing that. That's a good idea.
Well, what I do is I have an Instagram account, a secondary Instagram account to my main personal one, and also at Evil Popcorn Pod on Instagram as well. Do follow us up there. There's not a bad little community bit of action there. And I'll just put up the movie poster. Then I go to Letterboxd. Yeah. Yep. Just look up Gene Banyard there. That's Banyard at Letterboxd there. And then I'll write a review. And then in my story, I will put the review up. I'll share it to my Instagram story. Yeah. From Letterboxd. So that connects those two accounts. And so that's how I find the best way to get. I tried to write lists before on whatever app or pen and paper, and that just fell to the wayside as these things do. But if you have any suggestions of any way that you keep track of what you're watching out there online on computers, phones, etc., let us know there, children.
Yeah.
Do we want to do one for one?
Actually, I do. Yeah, we'll do one for one. I use Flix. I use flix.com.au as well, and it just reminds me of stuff that's out because it has both cinema and streaming. So it has both TV and cinema on it. It's not personalized, but it is still a way for me to work out what I've been watching.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do, certainly when you start getting deeper into it and it becomes an ingrained habit and not just a podcast obligation. Now, just thinking about
Yeah,
after you. Sorry.
I was going to say, yeah, let's do one for one. So do you want to go first?
Okay. I'm just thinking where I'm up to in this list, though, that I haven't already spoken about on the pod. Should we talk about The Boys? Should we start there?
Yes, I've been watching The Boys.
Because we can both talk about that now. Before we begin, is this last episode out yet here in Australia?
It came out today. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't, and I was saving the second last one as well. So I wanted to watch the last two together.
Oh, you haven't seen the penultimate?
No, not yet.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, it's good, of course, buddy.
Yeah.
That's where I'm up to. I've just finished the penultimate, and
nice.
Don't watch it late at night. That's all I'm saying, because I really don't want to spoil it for you there, Baron, because I know you're pretty much as big a fan. I think we're both as big a fans as each other of the show.
Look,
yeah.
It's incredible.
So, how do we put this then? What do you think now that we're at the end? Oh, we're at the end. This is the end of season 5. This is episode 7, episode 8.
The main episodes, yeah.
Yes, so it may cast off into spin-offs, etc., But for this, this epic saga, this is coming to the end of it. Do you think they've done it well? Do you think that's justified what they're doing at this point? Have they built up to it correctly? Are you satisfied?
100%. Okay, so I was kind of expecting it to mirror the comics. I thought they'd just use the comics as the storyline. And while there has been some parallels, they have done a really good job of making this its own thing.
Okay, that's nice to know. I haven't read the comics.
The comics.
I should.
Okay, so
I should.
If you think the boys are dark, the comics are darker.
Yeah.
There's some, forgive my crude language, children, but there is some fucked up shit in those comics.
I can imagine. What house is it? Under what house?
As in the publisher.
Publishing company, not to sound like a prat there. Sorry. Apologies. What house?
I'm going to get it wrong. So I think it's Dynamite.
Vamp a little. I'm just finding something. Being a vape.
You're right. It's comics. Okay, so publication history of The Boys. So the first 6 issues of The Boys back in the day in 2006, 20 years ago, were published by a company called Wildstorm. Wildstorm is an imprint of DC Comics. So originally they were supposed to have Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman. It was all supposed to be a darker version of those characters. And DC said, I don't think we want to do that with those characters. So Garth Ennis and Derek Robb said, can we go somewhere else? And DC said, you can totally go somewhere else as long as you don't use our named characters. And ever since then, from February 2007, it was done by Dynamite Comics. So Wildstorm for the first 6 and then Dynamite Comics ever since.
I see how The Boys was born out of that transactional arrangement there, as does often, certainly inform creativity, shall we say, as I've been discovering on our little evil journey here. That's interesting. Yeah, I concur. I am satisfied. Yeah, it's vacillated a little, but it's stayed fairly consistent. Definitely, certainly with the main characters, the ones that are important, they do carry the story because they carry the most weight, being, certainly Homelander. Butcher's, and with Butcher as well. And he's had a lot of material to, to map out, shall we say. At times it could have been very erratic and all over the place, but he's managed to pull it through. Yes, definitely with what happens to him himself. I don't want to spoil it too much for those, who don't know yet. Yeah, more than satisfied. And the main thing is they've kept up the messaging. The messaging's really good. The reflection of the world that we live in shines darkly bright to the end, certainly. And where it's going to go emotionally, considering where I'm up to, I can only speculate, and I cannot wait to see what they've got. Yeah, so they've kept me on tender hooks. About to watch the final episode, pretty much when we've done here tonight, Baron. Yeah. So if you dropped off, jump back on. Yeah, stick it through. Stick it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I love The Boys.
Boys season 5.
No, it's very good. And look, the spin-offs have been great. Like what was the college one called?
V Generation?
Gen V. Yeah, really enjoyed Gen V. It's a pity that they're not going to get their final season, but it's been cancelled.
Okay.
But there is another spin-off coming.
Okay. No, I'll check it out. I probably won't check out Gen V because I don't like stuff that's cancelled when I begin watching.
It gets a good ending, but that would have been
Yeah.
nice to have the
Okay, it's one of those situations. A Hannibal situation, I call those.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, good. As long as it's not a Walking Dead spin-off, that's perfect.
Yeah. All right.
What else? What have you got? Yeah, what do you got?
All right. So first up, I think I'm going to go with Stranger Things: Tales from '85, the animated young adult
Yeah.
series.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a new story set in the world of Stranger Things. A couple of original characters. There's fresh mysteries, and it's obviously in the middle of the story. So it's not added on to the end past season 5, and I'm really enjoying it. Like even though it's not as adult, I suppose is the right word, as the series is.
It's a
bit
little
lighter in
more
tone.
11 to 12 rather than 13 to 17 sort of thing.
Yeah.
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 That's what
Yeah.
I got from it. Yeah.
Really enjoying it. I'm halfway through the season. I've been watching it slowly, as though I've been trying to get it, like as though it's coming down week by week, because it was a bingeable series. It's not one of those binge and purge things where it all came out at once.
Mhm.
So, but they've got all the voice actors back. Some of the actors were in for like a couple of hours and got all their lines done in one go, and then
Sure.
some of the actors were
Yeah.
there for the whole lot. So really enjoying it. It's a nice little addition. They've done a good version of the season 1, season 2 kind of feeling, which was that whole E.T. meets Stephen King kind of thing. They're leaning more heavily into that rather than the teen drama. Which
Well, that makes sense where the show was at, the real life show, however you want to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got a Misfits character in there, I hear.
Yes.
So they've added a bit more spice, a bit more flavor
Correct.
to it. Yeah, no, that's cool.
A bit more of a gender fluid character. The character has the design with the bisexual cut through the eyebrow.
Yeah,
So
sure.
we've got some LGBTQ representation happening there as well, which is great.
Yeah, no. And kids here haven't jumped onto it because the kids here have just recently watched the whole thing from beginning to end, and they're about 2/3 of the way through doing it for a second time. So it's become their favorite show.
Nice.
So, it may have been very disjointed for us, but it works. It seems to work for the audience that it's intended for. Yeah?
Yeah. I know it seems counterintuitive, but get them to watch E.T.
Oh, they have. No.
Oh,
They've been
good.
thoroughly raised on that sort of thing. Yes.
Yeah. So that's the DNA of Stranger Things. So it would be E.T. and probably, I'm going to say Salem's Lot, E.T. and Salem's Lot, or E.T. and...
It's definitely, certainly.
That's the DNA of Stranger Things, I think, in my opinion. Happy to be proven wrong.
I mean, like we even saw it post 2017, in season 5, when there was a lot of Welcome to Derry that was being brought into that season. Not saying that's a bad thing, but a lot of people were spotting that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does make sense on production, on a showrunner perspective. That does make sense. Yeah. Pro, I've spoken about Euphoria. I haven't seen the new episode yet, so I won't say where that is going any further, but it was left off with horse polo. Yeah. Touch me. Yeah. I won't speak to that because you're going to go watch the episode and the interview with the director, Addison Hyman, that have now released on the channel and all platforms. Go check it out. Thank you again, Addison and Peter. The Bone Temple has competition for the best horror film of 2026. I'll get to that later.
Ooh,
I've rambled enough about the Bone Temple now. Yeah. Exit 8. All right. So, Barry, we are in the age of liminal horror. We are in the age of YouTubers becoming big time movie makers, but from a whole new Hollywood structural lens. It's a very cool, interesting time, certainly if you're an indie/horror film fan. And one of these films that is quietly, it's not been overshadowed because it is meant to be just a quiet, subtle little film, a personal project from the heart. You can tell when you watch it, and that is Exit 8. Could you bring up the director, please? No, sorry, I do have that information.
Genki Kawamura.
You've got that? Thank you.
Yeah, Genki Kawamura.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's very simple. It's about a man stuck in subway section 8. It is, the hallway is not the word, subway tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 8th of us. I think there's 20, doesn't matter. And in the wrong hands, this could have been an arduous, repetitious, chore, as
Yeah.
as I've said on Letterboxd. But it has that emotional, quality sense to the script itself, which gives it that same emotional layer and resonance that will make you cry, pretty much, probably just like Train to Busan and Godzilla Godzilla 1. Sorry, Zero's coming.
Yeah, -1.
Yeah, -1. Thank you. And Train to Busan has the same emotional layer that just hits you right in the heart and turns it into
Oh, wow.
quality cinema, and not just another liminal horror video game adaptation. Yeah.
I mean, that's a hell of a call.
I am making it. No, it's good.
Yeah, okay.
It's really, really good. Hokum, I have a 5-minute reaction, so let's just call it a mini review, basically. Do you think it was all right? Yeah. Got across what I wanted to say there. Cool.
Yep.
Do check it out, and do check out Hokum. And anything that McCarthy has put out so far, caveat and oddity as well, so you get a full picture of what this guy's doing. Sorry, let me go back to you. I'm just rolling. My apologies. Back to you.
Good. The next thing I've got on my list, we've spoken about The Boys. The next thing I've got on my list is Widow's Bay, which is a TV series.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It is incredible. It's a mixture of Jaws and The Wicker Man. Yeah, it's really good. And it's better than it has any right to be for a TV series set on a weird little island where the main purpose is the mayor desperately wants more tourists. Like, normally these little island TV shows, it's about
I can kind of get what you're saying when you say Jaws and The Wicker Man and Widow's Bay. Yeah. I'm putting together a few pieces there. No, I am very keen. It's definitely on the list to be seen soon. Just after the essentials are done for myself.
Yeah, so the main guy, Matthew Rhys, who's playing the mayor of Widow's Bay, really good. But Stephen Root, I'm not sure whether he's a previous mayor or not, but he just plays this unhinged believer of the town's supernatural history and just chewing every single little piece of scenery that he can. And they've hired every interesting looking character actor they can. So everybody in this town looks a little bit off, and it's just amazing. So Kate O'Flynn is in this, and she looks like the ghost of what's the actress's name from The Shining? Oh,
the main one.
Yes, I
Jack
hate getting old.
Nicholson and
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, thank you.
Shelley Duvall. She looks like the ghost of Shelley Duvall. And there is
what's her name again, please?
The actress from
not Shelley, the other one.
Kate O'Flynn.
Kate O'Flynn, thank you.
She's a delight. And there is an episode in which she goes off the deep end, but they're kind of cutting backwards and forwards between like what she's seeing in her mind and the real world, and they don't match. And like the writers and the cinematographers and the set dressers and the costumers are all top of their game with this show. I cannot suggest people watch this enough. I'm going to watch it, and then I'm going to watch it again because there will be stuff that I've missed.
Okay. Because I would like to do another TV show at some point soon, another full coverage. There's this one and Tales from the Crypt as well. But Widow's Bay seems to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we can always do both.
I think it's going to be 10 episodes. We've only got 4 out at the moment.
Okay.
So it's coming up week by week.
That's enough to catch up. Do you reckon you can do another Welcome to Derry situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me keep them 20 to 30 minutes like we did with Derry, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because people are loving it. Just like, it's not quite to the obsession level of hype, but it's got a lot of hype for people I trust like yourself. Cool. Have another one, please, because I had at least 2 before.
Yeah, that's okay. So they just recently brought out, and it's another animated one, sorry. So they just brought out Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. It's an animated series. It's only 4 episodes. Did you know the movie Heat?
I love Heat.
Robert De Niro.
I know
it's got
word for word near me. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a real sort of Heat feeling to it.
That's cool. Star Wars meets Heat. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. What's it called again?
So Maul Shadow Lord. and it's all like underworld and criminal organizations and sort of
Okay,
thing.
so it's Darth's series, yeah?
Yeah.
Darth Maul, being Darth Maul,
Darth Maul.
Maul series,
correct.
yeah, gotcha. Yeah, okay, good, because, Maul deserves that, because once upon a time, when it came out, I'm talking 20 years after being a Star Wars baby, I was literally born when Star Wars came out, and then when The Phantom Menace came along, let's just say Maul was a highlight. Darth Maul was a highlight. Yeah. So the fact that they're giving him a gritty showing. Yeah, I like that. That's good to hear. Because it's been a while. I need to watch Andor, but it's been a while since there's been a Star Wars that's popped up where I've really needed to watch it.
So good.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it's not horror.
no, but it's quality, like
It's
TV.
very quality.
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
But it's
And
not teeny. It's not teeny Star Wars.
it's more British. It's like a British drama. Yeah.
Yeah, it's adult and a drama. There's no lightsabers in it at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So heads up, children. Yeah. There's none of the familiar sounds. You don't get the endorphin rushes off it. But I've heard you just get a really good, well-developed story, like you're watching Succession or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it's being placed. Yeah.
Yep.
And that pantheon, if you will. May I?
Yeah, go.
Okay. I shout out, Kat. We rewatched Army of Darkness. Yeah. Now you know my feelings about Army of Darkness, yes, because I recently rewatched Evil Dead and was very impressed by that. Just the artistry of it, the moments of artistry, which just little to no resources. Like what is it? The source of innovation. Poverty is the source of innovation. Whatever it is, that saying. And when they came out with near superior level quality horror art house shots in this thing, just because they had little money and they had to use all of their innovative wits to put something together, and there were moments of genius amidst the chaos. Loved it. I think they were kind of young and naive about it, showing the prosthetic effects by just throwing bodies turned into muck and decomposing in front of you for about 10 to 15 minutes. Pacing got a little off at the end, just throwing that out there. But otherwise, I was really impressed. Evil Dead 2, what more can I say? We will cover it one day on the pod, of course. Leave all the other stuff to another time. Army of Darkness. And I've talked about the slapstick. I feel an overuse of it. I'm not a fan of slapstick to begin with, so I come in with a bias, I do admit. There was one-liners that were going back to like Arnie and Stallone days in the 80s. The use of it was getting... When I first saw it, keeping in mind I'm a pretentious fucking university student at this point, Is it subtitled? But upon the rewatch, those things still aren't, my cup of tea, but they certainly don't irk me now, all grown and sure and mature. But what I really liked was the practical work and the ensemble work, both of those elements, the practical effects and just the amount of people that are there giving it their all, having a great time doing it, as well, to really create a fun little parody of its own franchise.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm going to throw that, which I thought was a touch of genius to it. Not going to watch it like I'm going to watch one or two. And I love the show as well. I need to rewatch the show. But Army of Darkness, no, it's like it's in the 3 range. It's now satisfying rather than like 2.5, whatever for me. No, it picked up. Saying that, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I remember bits and pieces from when I was a child, but that is just an example. Doesn't work for me, certainly not anymore, and I don't really remember it as a kid. That's why we watched it again, partly reason of. And it's one of those movies, Baron, where there's 5 pieces of music to run up a hill. Why 5 pieces of music? Why not just one? Emotional beats that just coalesce basically into perpetual screaming matches by the end of Act 2, that sort of thing. And I'm not going to discount it as just a classic and brilliant for its time. Obviously it was. It was. Before
I remember being very scared by the scene in the house with the light coming in through the pet door and around the edges of the door. I remember being having nightmares because of that scene.
Absolutely. So there's Jaws element to it, and certainly Poltergeist. Certainly Poltergeist. Before I finish my last one, then I'll let let you go for a while. I'll just say that I
Sure.
rewatched Sinners again last night. Not at the cinema, but big screen again, and still love it. The coalescence of music throughout history scene, you know the one I
Yeah.
mean, made me cry again. The only thing I will say, it's not a critique, it's an observation that it does work better for the big screen because the way it's shot, you know, the camera technology it uses
Yeah.
and the way it fuses it together, it's made to be seen at the cinema. So it does maybe lose just a little effect, but
Just sit closer to the TV.
yeah, turn it up more. Yeah, no, it rules. Sinners still holy rules, yes. But please,
Yeah.
before my last one, because I want to get into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. Anyway, we'll see. Please go ahead, Baron.
So one of the things that I watched recently is a little movie called The Highest Stakes. It's got Seth Green, Kevin Dillon, Dylan Walsh. That's all the big-ish names in it. But the premise of the movie is 5 strangers are invited to a luxurious hotel for a high-stakes poker game. They believe they've won a prize. What begins as a contest for fortunes quickly spirals into something far more dangerous. As tensions arise and secrets surface, the players realize the stakes aren't just about money, they're about survival. In a night of escalating peril, trust becomes a weapon and every choice could seal their fate. In the trailer, it is very obvious that there is something supernatural happening, which is in fact what is happening. So it is a very interesting movie. I put it on as a bit of popcorn background and then found myself not looking at my phone and not doing my laundry like I was going.
Yeah.
So it really grabbed me. And there's some super dark stuff in it. Just for the children, there's a sexual assault warning, just so that you're aware, but it is dealt with very nicely in the story and it is not egregious or it's not out of place. Like it makes sense in the story. It's not been done for male gaze. In fact, the film has a real sort of nice, gentle, neutral gaze to it. It's not a particularly male gaze film. It's not a particularly female gaze film. It's kind of androgynous, which I really liked.
And not easy to pull off.
No,
not easy to pull off.
Seth Green as we'll just call him the devil character. Seth Green as the devil character, amazing.
Okay. Seth Green was at the roast of Kevin Hart. Seth Green didn't like that his friend, Stamos, is it John Stamos?
John Stamos.
Yes, was being ridiculed from the stage. He gave them a very angry glare there, Baron.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. That sounds quite enticing. I love those discoveries. Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good. I give it a 4.
Yeah, when you just have like a simple setup, but then it just reveals the layers to it, and that's the nuance to it, those sort of things. Absolutely.
And it's another limited one as well, where it's like very limited locations. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I recommend it highly.
What was a discovery like that for me? You would, men such as yourself, you know who William H. Macy is, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. It was called The Cooler. Have you ever seen The Cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was like, this was on like TV. It may have been Get Up and Change the Channel, you know, the CRT variety of TV. Yep. And just started watching 20 minutes in and just like yourself, laundry be gone or whatever else was happening on that day. Yeah. Like near 2 hours later, you know, engrossed to the end. But of course, that's William H. Macy as well.
That one have Alec Baldwin in it as well?
Possibly. I don't remember.
I think it did.
Yeah, don't remember.
I think I watched it because of Alec Baldwin because I really liked The Shadow. And I think I was drawn to it because of him.
Yeah, okay. The Cooler.
Very good.
The Cooler, their children, just to cast a bit of context to the film as well. That's someone who just has such a dumb vibe, a bad vibe. It is not chill. Is hired by a casino and just goes up to someone on a hot streak and just because of their presence, that hot streak goes bye-bye. Whether you believe it or not, it does happen. Yeah. You have to check it out.
Hence the name The Cooler.
Hence the name The Cooler. Now, there's no segue there. That didn't get any hype, but this movie has got a lot of hype. Have you seen it yet? Obsession, Baron.
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I plan to.
Yeah. Okay, do so. Yeah. Please do so. I would like to cover it on the pod, not just because of the hype, it's just because of the film itself. Anyone who follows, horror films to any extent knows the film that I'm talking about, certainly now that it's dropped. Curry Barker is his name. This is another young kid from YouTube's making big splashes doing it his own way entirely. I recommend having a look at the Dead Meat podcast. They just had an hour-long interview where they discuss, of course, Obsession and his first film, officially, technically, Milk and Cereal, found footage, fucked up, fun time on YouTube for free. 60 minutes, was 80 initially, cut it down to 60. Still stands pretty much as a feature film. Check that out to get a taste of his style before you go into Obsession. This guy's got a new film coming out with Aaron Paul, Something Ghost. Could you look that up? Curry Barker, new film there, please, Baron?
Oh, yes,
And this is with
think I
Aaron
saw a
Paul.
trailer.
Mm-hmm. And Curry's very excited about it. Aaron's just all in, and he's just a weirdo who just goes all in, sometimes too far into projects. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he'll be committed, and you've got to be committed to his stuff.
Aaron Paul, here we go. More than just Jesse Pinkman.
Please,
Yes, he is
one thing at a time. What is the new film, please, there, Baron, that Curry Barker's got coming?
Anything but Ghost.
Anything but Ghosts. Fantastic. And
two fake paranormal investigators must face actual ghosts while dealing with the deception of their own fraudulent business.
So there is levity, there is comedy to his film, certainly, but it's not comedy horror because he pulls it back before it becomes silly. So the horror maintains. He's very big on that. But trust me, you'll laugh, Baron. You'll laugh. And you'll push the screen away from you. Don't. No. What? Yeah, I was jump scared about 8 times. I don't get jump scared. I'm not trying to sound tough or anything. I'm just conditioned to watching this stuff now to the point that it takes a lot for me to get jump scared, Baron. But the jump scares are just done in a way that is so ingenious and you can't see coming. Yeah, because the human brain isn't designed in that way. He trips it. And 8 times I was unsettled by the end of it, Baron. Unsettled. Yeah. The nuance, the way everything is just structured correctly, built correctly, performed correctly. Can you look up sorry, my memory, my bad.
Yeah, you're right.
The lead actor for Obsession, please. She, I'm pretty sure she identifies in that way. Apologies if does not. But she is incredible. There was Oscar talk for her. They are paralleling, putting her up there with Toni Collette in Hereditary for the performance. Yeah, and I'm not mad at that. I'd have to watch them back to back.
Indy
Navarrete, I believe she likes it said.
Navarrete.
But thank you. Extraordinary.
So she was in Superman and Lois.
Okay, yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. She's great, Baron. Good God.
Okay.
Good God. I don't want to say, and certainly not for you, my friend. I want you to experience it raw, what this film has to offer. I think it was Fantastic Fest last year, Baron, around June, around this time last year, I started to hear about this film, and everyone that I follow, all the YouTube aged millennial and Gen Xers out there that I follow on YouTube, who follow horror, they were all like top of the list. Don't want to talk about it anymore till it comes out, but watch it as soon as it does, any way you can, and I'm saying the same thing. We'll talk about it more. It's a 4.5. This is pretty much my review / reaction here. 4.5, and the only reason it's not a 5 is I need to see it again to see if it is a 5 and beats Bone Temple for my top horror of 2026 thus far, being end of May. What is it, the 20th?
Yeah, so the 20th of May.
And lastly, on Curry Barker, signed up for a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I haven't been happy about that since part 2. There you go.
I kind of liked the prequel
of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Which
I didn't mind the prequel. The prequel movie they did recently.
Oh, the Netflix?
No.
No, that wasn't a prequel. That was a legacy bollocks. What year? Oh, you don't know. Sorry, give me a sec. Prequel, Texas Chainsaw prequel. That's what I can put in. But yeah, I think I've said my piece for Obsession. Yeah, I think I've pitched it. Yeah. I just want, like everyone else, for people to see it.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, 2006.
Let me see if I've seen this one.
I didn't mind it, actually. It was pretty good. I remember sitting in the theater and thinking, I really hope these people get away. And then my brain went, but hang on, this is the prequel. None of these people are going to get away. So I just immediately shifted my I want these people to survive to I want these people to kill all of these people. So I was starting to root for the bad guys.
Okay, the reason why this one, and there was another one, I think 2003, or there might have been another one after that. There was 2 in the 2000s like this. Really gritty, really grainy, overexposed, harkening back to the original, but really Michael Bay-ish as well. Yeah, like widescreen lenses way up close for simple conversations and that sort of thing. Like wrong use of framing for what was happening in the scene, the sort of thing, because they've seen Transformers. Yeah, there was a lot of that in this, and way too. Was this the one with the boobs, or was that the other one?
I
I'm
don't
not trying to.
recall boobs quite so much, so probably
Jessica
not.
Biel, I think it's Jessica Biel's one. She had the cowboy hat.
No. This was Jordana Brewster.
Okay. Yeah. This one I think was the better one out of the two. I will give you that, because the other one, I know it's not Jessica Biel's fault. I am not trying to,
No.
shit on her whatsoever. It's not her fault with this sort of thing. She's doing a job, such as, it is. But this one was a better one. But
not the
still
2003 one.
yeah, just still not for me, because it was still just smacked of that too much. And I'm just kind of anti that at the moment. That's why Evil Dead 2013 was messed up for me on the rewatch, because this was still had the vestiges of that style. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
100%.
Sorry. Am I making sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. How did we get here? Yes, Curry Barker. I'm very keen after seeing his films, just the tension, the way he builds shit, and just his fucked up shit. I haven't seen stuff like yeah.
He did some Always Sunny in Philadelphia episodes.
Who's this, Curry Barker?
Yeah.
Did he really? Which ones?
Oh, so hang on, no, one episode. One episode in 2023, season 16, episode 6, Risky Rats Pizza and Amusement Center. Yeah, okay.
Did he direct that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm watching that straight after here. I didn't realize he did one of that. I don't quite remember that one, because I haven't rewatched it 15 times like I had in other seasons of Sunny. Fantastic. Oh, they know their shit, Baron. Sunny, they are tapped in. Yeah, they are tapped in. They would make a great horror movie as well, those people. They touch on it at times. They so would, yeah. And Dennis, what's his actual name? Reynolds, is it? It's not Brian. No, Dennis Reynolds is the character, the actor's name, if you could there, Baron. But he should be playing Patrick Bateman if they are going to do, another American Psycho.
Glenn Howerton.
Thank you, Glenn Howard, yes. Do you concur?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
And this is
his headshot on IMDb looks spooky.
Yeah, it's a spooky man. Dennis just got spookier and spookier as it progressed. I haven't seen Blackberry. I haven't seen him do a dramatic role, but he has the chops. Even what he pulls off in Sunny, he has the chops, and he is theatre trained, as is Charlie Day. Max, just the organized dude. Yeah, that's how they came about. And then Sweet Dee came along and taught them how to write for a female, because they had no idea. They had no idea. And then Danny DeVito came along and made them famous, helped to make them famous. Yeah. Baron, you still there? You're frozen. You are frozen. That's all right. I've been vamping away quite nicely. Coming back.
All right, so good.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Glenn Howerton.
Yes, I haven't seen Blackberry. I want to see that. But I think he's the man for the role. Boom.
Yeah,
do you have anything more on your list there, Baron?
The last thing I was going to talk about was They Will Kill You.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Like, that's the scene with the eyeball following her through the vents I have never seen before. That's just amazing. Like, they broke new ground with what was effectively the greatest game. Like, it was basically just man is the greatest game to hunt, and they broke new ground with that. They brought in zombies.
Yeah.
They brought in the raid. They gave Draco Malfoy a job. Tom
Kill
Felton.
Bill is literally Kill Bill music taken from like in a very similar scene. It's an obvious call out sort of thing. I think RZA, Quentin Tarantino's that lot have been were involved in it. Yeah. Zazie Beetz.
I would definitely suggest it. What's that?
Zazie Beetz is our protagonist.
Yeah, Zazie Beetz plays Asia Reeves. I liked the supernatural elements that they brought into it with the contract on the pig skin. I mean, having Dexter's dad be the voice of the pig, genius. Tom Felton's great in it. Patricia Arquette's great in it. Patterson Joseph's great in it. Like, everyone that's in this is having a great time. So it's Shaun of the Dead meets The Raid meets Eyes Wide Shut,
Ready or Not, when Ready or Not
Ready or
2
Not.
dropped on the same week. Big
Yeah, yeah,
move there. Big move there.
yeah.
So do see this one if you get a chance. Do absolutely.
Yes.
It is like the others, but it stands out from the others at the same time. Because
Yeah.
did you say the greatest game?
Like so that's the
Expound on that, please. Tell the children about that because you are correct
so
there.
it's the trope. So the trope is man is the greatest game to hunt. So there's a number of these films have been down through the ages where, someone answers an ad to be a caretaker on a remote preserve with a big mansion in the middle of it, and they get there and they discover that, they've got they'll be hunted through the night, and if they survive to the end, they get their life and $10,000 or whatever. They've done it in kids shows, they've done it in horror movies, they've done it in action films. There's a comedy called The Pest with John Leguizamo, where he is hunted on an island overnight by a couple of weird Germans. And one of my favorite lines in cinema is uttered in this film between the weird German son and John Leguizamo's character Pestarius. And it is like, I'd like to introduce you to my pet snake. His name is Cocteau. And John Leguizamo says, "Oh, is that because of the philosopher?" "No, it is because of my two favorite parts of the human body."
Yeah. And also, what I was alluding to there before, which all of these movies take its source root from, is The Most Dangerous Game, which is a short story by Richard Connell, and that's way back in 1924.
Yes.
There is a black and white movie, the first one that, used this as the text source, the source text. I forget that. I have seen that. That is very good for its time. Do you want to have a look at that? The Most Dangerous Game movie, the first one there, please, Barry?
Yeah, I will bring it up.
And now I knew your big game hunter becomes shipwrecked on a Caribbean island where a Russian aristocrat hunts humans for sport, forcing him into a deadly game of survival. I believe goes there under a false commission for a large amount of money. I forget what the job was exactly. I believe that is the setup of the movie.
1932 is the film. Let's see who's in it. Fay Ray from King Kong.
Have you seen it, Baron?
I've not seen this one, but I've seen a couple of different versions of it.
Yeah.
So there's been, I think, 14 or 15 films with the words dangerous in it.
Yeah. And there's the one where, is it Rutger Hauer hunts Ice-T back in the 80s? You have The Hunt with Emma Roberts and Glenn Howerton as well. All of these films
Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
There you go. They're all alluding. It all goes back to The Most Dangerous Game by Connell back in 1924.
Yeah.
He was the one to create this concept. The Purge, I will throw The Purges in there. That's just, extension of the initial idea. Yeah, it's good. And you give it a read. It's short. It's like one of those Penguin abridged novel length things. You know what I mean? You'll read it on a couple of train trips or whatever.
Yeah.
So you know the source of a lot of where your movie structures of plots come from. Because, of course, came from books, all initially plays as well, theatre, and it wasn't until the French, of course, the French had to fuck things up in a delightful way with the Nouveau Vogue, the New Wave, where they said cinema has its own language. They're really the first ones to really start looking at that and said we don't have to do everything like Griffith, it doesn't have to be all parallel action building up to the bomb exploding, cops are chasing us. We can cut things up and distort timelines and perspectives and da-da-da-da. I'll stop rambling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. There's been a lot of adaptations of that story. So we're probably looking at about 30 films.
It's a big one, Baron. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It informs a lot of cinema, a lot of media, a lot of storytelling in general. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if the original author there got any royalties.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably died in poverty like all the rest. And that didn't really happen for people until TikTok influencers came into being there, Baron.
Yeah.
I think, have we binged and purged successfully, Baron?
I think we have, yeah. Yeah, we've given the children something to binge and purge on, I think.
Yeah. And if you have any watch suggestions, anything that you've watched recently, or just recommendations in general, as always, for us to cover at Evil Popcorn Pod, shout out to everyone else. We'll hopefully see some of you next week, those that can, those that can't, understood, of course, where we'll be doing our top 5 mashups, Baron. What was the concept, please?
Well, it depends how many people we've got on. I mean, if it's just the two of us, we could do our top 10. But if we're getting 4 or 5 people on, we should probably just do the top 3, I think, with maybe an an honourable mention or two.
Yeah. Do you want to throw out what you've chosen? It's a sizzle.
Also, look, if people have been watching closely and have seen what I've named myself on my Zoom screen, Captain the Baron Man, I'm doing horror superhero mashup.
Of course. And I am doing horror fairy tale, not horror
nice.
folk horror fairy
Ooh.
tales.
Okay.
Yes, fairy tales adapted into horror, be it a straight up one-to-one adaptation or something that, is very inspired by, etc., etc. I'll get into it when we go there. It's a good choice. Yeah, I like it. Because, genre mashes itself up all the time. And there's Cabin in the Woods, which is a movie which celebrates mashup, genre mashup. Yeah. Do you want to plug it? Plug things?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Look, I will always plug Act React Theatre and Improv Queensland. I'll be attending Supernova Sydney, so I will give them a plug. IFWG Publishing, I always give them a plug. And I have a TikTok/Instagram thing at the moment with a friend of mine, Damo, where we do just annoying little video clips called We're Not Twins. So I think We're Not Twins Brisbane on Instagram, and I think We're Not Twins. We're Not Twins on TikTok. So give us a follow. We're just putting up like one video a week. It goes for about 30 seconds. So they're just stupid things that occur to us on our walk. So
nice. That is a fun way to walk. Evil Corp and Escape Manor as always. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Gene Banyard33, Popcorn of Evil, as well as the pop podcast stuff as well at Evil Popcorn Pod. I am waiting to hear back. I've applied to be able to audition. You have to get a permission to audition for Queensland Theatre / Le Boite. That will happen by the 27th. That happens, I will be putting my monologues together for that. That will be quite focused on that, yes?
Yeah.
I do have an exciting little short film project coming up in June, and the slasher is always on the horizon as well. So at Gene Banyard 33 in general, if anyone has anything on, the independent horror side of things as well, I want to help push that stuff out there in the culture and society, because that's what I'm really into. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. That's my plugs there, Baron.
Nice.
And you're tired?
Yeah, always.
Yes. Always. It's ridiculous. And should we go to bed then?
I think. Go to bed, children. Go to bed.
Rest in peace, Xander.
Yeah.
What's his name? Real name?
Nicholas Brendan.
There you go. Rest in peace. Yes. I don't know what you did, don't know what you got up to, but like you were Xander, you were highly entertaining. It was a great character growing up, definitely from one of my favorite shows growing up. So rest in peace, Xander. Yeah.
He was very good, but he had his demons.
He had his demons. We all do. Yeah. Yes. Remember that. Yeah, definitely.